That music. It's that time of the week again. It's Free Speech Fridays, when we get a couple of free-speaking New Zealanders and we talk about the stuff that people are speaking about. Joining us this week, back for a second bite at the cherry, former journalist, former business lobbyist and observer of things political and media, Mark Champion joins us from the deep south, well, not that deep, from Dunedin. It's kind of southish, isn't it, Mark? How are you?
Yeah. Good morning, Sean. How are you doing?
Did you have Wishbone in Dunedin?
I think we did. I think they had an outlet in the hospital, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the sort of place that they went in. And Tina Nixon joins us, occasional presenter on the platform. In fact, you're in next Wednesday. Local body politician, Māori activist,
Yeah.
Tina Nixon. How are you, Tina?
I am not a Maori activist.
No, I was just winding you up. How's things in the Wairarapa?
That's beautiful over
Did
here.
you have
Really
a wishbone in Masterton? Did you have a wishbone in Masterton?
No.
No.
No wishbones over here.
Look, Tina, I want to add something to the agenda, and you sent this to me yesterday, Tina, and I was already getting murmurings about it, and people ring me up about it. Kieran McNulty, who's a good mate of yours.
No.
Oh, he lives near you. He's from the same area. I'm just going to have fun with you this morning. So,
Hey, look,
Kieran,
I can have a beer with Kieran, but I think, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he's introduced this bill to reduce the local body voting age to 16 off the back of, we understand, a Court of Appeal decision or a High Court decision that discriminating anyone past the age of 16 on age is a breach of their Bill of Rights, and off the back of a very curious discussion paper from Local Government New Zealand and a very flawed public consultation from Local Government New Zealand, where they rejected
not quite. You're not quite correct there. So what actually happened was the government formed a task group headed by Jim Palmer, who you've actually interviewed in the past.
Yeah.
So he chaired that. So they did a consultation process around the future of local government. You're probably right in terms of it being flawed, because the public never really got a chance to have much of a say in that. It was very much directed at council people and elected officials. And so it came as a bit of a surprise to me that there was so much heat on that, because I went right through that process. And the main focus was on the funding problems, infrastructure, who pays for what, the lack of skills amongst elected officials. So suddenly, just out of left field, comes this bloody let's let 16-year-olds vote in the local government and local government elections. And it was done under cover of darkness. So it's as much about the fact that it's done under cover of darkness as the actual topic itself. And I was really disgusted to hear this morning that Kieran McNulty wouldn't front. He's a bloody coward. Simple.
Yeah.
Absolutely simple.
It seems
I've got a text saying he would talk to me on the platform.
Oh, well,
so
you're on next Wednesday, so I look forward to it.
I bet he doesn't front, because he's a coward. He's a bloody coward.
Okay. Mark, this seems a very major change to change the enfranchisement, and the natural thing that would flow, you'd do it for local body and then they'd do it for general elections. To throw this under urgency before Parliament 60 days before a general election seems a bloody weird thing to do, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think probably they're trying to mine the last 2% for a future date. I can't see any other logic for it. And we've seen them go in through local bodies. We've seen that through Three Waters, to use that as a lever for central government. So it comes as no surprise.
Yeah. I got to say, on Three Waters too, third reading of that went through last night, I think. That's all done, the Three Waters, and for better or for worse, the co-governance provisions in that as well.
Yeah, well, I wonder how secure the CEOs are feeling of the 10 regional holding companies.
All right. Look, the other thing that happened this week kicked off the government trying to grab the agenda, declaring that COVID is over. It was kind of odd. I went to the press conference where that is announced. I now understand, in fact, that some of the legislation used to allow people to health officials to kick down your door and search your home actually hasn't been repealed, so it's not all over. What do you think, Tina, they were on about, or Chippy was on about with Honest COVID's over? Was it, I don't know, an attempt to move on?
Just another soft sell, but a positive news in the election cycle. I mean, it's been over for a long time. Although it was quite interesting. I mean, when it was announced, and I thought, well, that's a bit stupid. It's bloody been over for ages, and no one's been taking any notice of it much anyway. But the local paper had a really interesting cartoon, and it just had, now everyone, COVID's over, now everyone can smile. And I did hear Kirk this morning, and I thought he made a really good point that people, it's just that whole thing of how we have got into this sort of horrible mindset and negativity around COVID, and suddenly the announcement sort of means that it's an acknowledgement that it's over, and so you can breathe a sigh of relief. So there will be some people around the country who actually feel that. Yeah. But, still, I just think it was a politically expedient statement that was cynical at best, really, because it was over.
Yeah,